Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to Building with Whip. Today we are going to be doing a little bit of work. I do hope you enjoyed that time lapse to start out the episode. Today I'm hoping to do a lot of mining. I'm kind of running low on diamonds. I've been doing a lot of enchanting, trying to get some good gear going, but I figured while we go mining and things like that, I feel like a lot of what I've been doing so far on YouTube has been kind of being a little bit sheltered as far as who I am. So I feel like in this video I kind of got some questions together that look like a lot of like common Q&A questions and things like that. So I figured we could just kind of walk through those or answer those. And then if you guys have any other questions you want to know to get to know me some more, leave those in the comments below at the end of this video. But I've been doing some progress here with the old mine. So we're just going to kind of do some strip mining down here for now while we go through a few of those questions. But we'll do that today. We got some other stuff we want to get working on too. We're going to be figuring that out here in the next little bit. This guy right here, this is where all the items are going to be going out. This is where the mob farm is going to drop to. And all the items are going to be coming out to this direction. So I'm thinking, because right now we are down at 6. I'm going to just kind of go in this way a little bit and dig up to like 11 or 12 and we can kind of go from there. But we got some god tier picks and stuff so far. Like our shovel is freaking crazy. That's our silk pick. Dang it. But yeah, anyways, let's get this question thingy started. What level are we on real quick? So first off, the first one I chose to is like, have you ever been out of the country? For those that don't know, I live in the US, so it's not as easy for me to get around as like say the European. I forgot freaking torches. As for like all the European guys where you can drive just a little like 2-3 hours and be in a whole different country. So I kind of went on this of yes, I've been out of the country and the countries I've visited. So I live in the US, so of course there. I'm in the Pacific Northwest, so I'm right next to Canada. So I go up to Canada quite a bit just to go up to Vancouver, BC. Beyond that, I've been to Mexico a few times, and then the one time I went to Europe, I was in Italy for 2 weeks with my family as a young kid, so that was really cool being over there. It's a totally different vibe. I definitely want to be going back to Europe at some point. I kind of want to do like a Europe like backpacking trip all across, which would be really fun for me. But so we got that one. These questions are all totally just in a random order, so there's no rhyme or reason to them. I just kind of found them and went with them. And then the next one would be, what's your favorite drink? I'd say as far as like sodas and stuff, and so soda, I'd say Mountain Dew is my usual go-to, but I know it's terrible for you, so I try and avoid it. Drink it as much as I can. I don't drink a whole lot of soda, but when I do, I like, I'm gonna get the one I want. Beyond that, I would say alcoholic wise, I'm a huge fan of ciders. Just kind of, I don't like drinking a whole lot. It's not really what I do. But when I drink just a little bit, I like ciders. I think they're just good. I don't like the taste of beer, so I go with ciders. And then juice wise, there's a Hawaiian drink called Pog, which is passion orange guava juice, which is just awesome. And so that's definitely my favorite one there. Let's see what we're doing going down this way again. And then from there on, the next question I found, which I thought was kind of cool, what's your favorite animal? I know it's a pretty typical one, but for me, my favorite animal is probably I'd say probably the red panda or just like a regular panda. I don't know why, I just think I like animals that are kind of derpy. I really like animals that are like kind of dumb and just do random things. So that's why I chose those guys. I just find them really entertaining, just kind of when they're playing around and messing around, doing whatever. Of course, we've already been here. Nice. Oh well, let's go this way. And then next question is, what's your favorite holiday? I would say my favorite holiday for me in the US would be the 4th of July, because up here in the Pacific Northwest, it's kind of when it's the quote behind it is that's when summer starts. In here is summer doesn't start in Seattle until after the 4th of July, so that's why I really like it, because it kind of means the warm weather is coming. That being said, this year it's totally false. It's been like 80 plus every day since I've been back home since graduating from college. So that's been really nice because it's just been super warm the whole time. And yeah, so that's why it's definitely my favorite holiday, because my family, we always grew up kind of boating and inner tubing and wakeboarding and whatnot on the lake, so that was super cool. So definitely why that one was my favorite for sure. Beyond that, next one is, do you have any siblings? I have 2 siblings. I have an older brother and a younger brother. My older brother is 24. Yeah, 24. And my younger brother just turned 19. So we're all kind of in the same age range. Older brother, 24 or 25? I don't know, 24 or 25. He's getting up there. But yeah, so younger brother lives in the same city as me. Older brother ran down to San Diego, California, after graduating from school. He went to school there, so he just stayed there, I guess. Then next question, do you play any sports, or did you? For the longest time, I played water polo and I swam. Not the usual sports, I guess you'd say. But swimming I started swimming when I was in 5th grade, I want to say. I think 5th grade. 5th grade sounds right. And ooh, diamonds, yes, we got some. Successful run. But one of my good friends growing up, his name was Grant. He convinced me. I always played soccer for the longest time, like middle school, just because that was kind of the thing everybody at my school did, and I really did not like it. So he was like, well, why don't you just come swim with me? It's so much more fun, which, for the first few years was fun, and then I stared at the black line at the bottom of a lap pool for the next forever that I swam at the same pool for so long that I knew exactly where I was in the pool, because I could tell you where the cracks were on the bottom of the pool, like on the pool floor. So yeah, that's when I kind of realized I needed to change things up, and I started playing water polo after that. And oh my god, I was so much happier, and I was actually really damn good at the sport. So in swimming, I went to like our state championships and things like that, like regional championships, and competed at those. But then in water polo, I went to the Junior Olympics twice until I ended up hurting my back, and that's why I stopped playing. Just before college, I was gonna probably end up playing in college. I didn't get recruited for a team, but I was gonna walk onto a team most likely. And then I got injured, so I couldn't do that anymore. But overall, it changed where I went to school, and I was much happier at the school I went to than I would have been at the school that I was thinking about going to play the sport. So I'm not bummed about that at all, but it's just kind of something that happened, and probably worked out for the best in the end. And next question, but yeah, that's kind of just most of what I did growing up is sports and video games. I didn't really get into video games, so I guess that can be the next one. Is just kind of adding that one in here. Is what was your favorite video game? What got you started in it? I played games a lot as a kid, just kind of every game that came out, major titles like Halo and Call of Duty and all those. I played a lot of them. But the one game that really got me kind of pushed into where I'm at now would have to be StarCraft 2. I know it's totally unrelated to Minecraft, but that got me. I built a computer because I couldn't run StarCraft 2 fast enough, and I was wanting to get really competitive into it. So I pretty much spent all the money I'd saved up for the past few years in high school and built a computer so that I could play StarCraft at a higher level, and I ended up finishing in the top 1% in the US in StarCraft that year. So I guess it paid off. I ended up not doing anything with it, but it was really fun at the time. Still using that computer today, just matching the parts. So that's kind of my PC right there, and that really got me kind of pushed into where I want to be, and kind of figured out that I really want to be a part of like the technology industry, which is cool. I'm still trying to enter that field right here in that that post-grad life. But yeah, so that's kind of what really pushed me forwards into that. StarCraft 2, the Wings of Liberty, that one was killer. I made a lot of great friends in that game too. I made a lot of my great friends from high school. We met. Actually, one of them I swam with, and then the rest I met through him because we all played StarCraft together. The guys lived 5 miles away from my house, and so basically like a 10-minute drive. Those European people with their kilometers and stuff. And I never knew them at all. And then I started playing StarCraft with them because my buddy was like, "Hey, I play with all these other guys. You want to join up with us?" And So I met them through there, and I think a whole summer I spent on Skype and like voice comms with them, just playing games. And I never met them in person. Then the end of the summer, I met them in person because we went to go see a movie and whatnot, just kind of hang out. And they're probably still some of my best friends to this day. After that, we hung out pretty much every single weekend for the next 2 years of high school, 3 years of high school. So it was pretty funny that it kind of worked out that way. But yeah, just a bunch of random coincidences of why things worked out. Ooh, don't use that pick. And the next question, totally different topic. Favorite type of food? I'd have to say I really, really enjoy Asian foods. Being on the West Coast and where I'm at, there's a lot of seafood. So I really, really like sushi because I kind of grew up with a lot of fresh sushis and things like that. Just kind of all around. And so definitely either Japanese sushi foods or Chinese, like good old Chinese takeout. That's probably one of my favorite things to get, is just get some good takeout and go home and enjoy and watch a movie on the couch or something. Super lazy, you know, that antisocial gamer in me. Next one, kind of just one, basically already answered it, but PC or Mac. I absolutely hate the Mac OS, so you'll probably never see me on it unless I absolutely need to for a job. I know how to use it, but PC for sure, 100%. My girlfriend uses a Mac, and I think I'm about to convince her to even start using a PC, but then we'll see how that goes. It's just kind of funny. I don't know what it is about the Mac. Mac, like OS and all that stuff, is fine. Like, I think it's a great product, but as far as what I want to do with it, it can't do it. Because Mac, if you don't want to use a computer, if you don't know how to use a computer, a Mac is a perfect thing for you, because it doesn't let you do anything stupid on computers, but it also limits you from doing anything that you can make your computer unique and your own and really customize it. So that's kind of where I see a lot of it. Why I use the PC is because you can customize it completely. Like, you can't build your own Mac, for example. You can't really custom order the parts in it. You just kind of choose the levels. Where with my PC, I completely built it myself, and I think that's awesome. Ooh, gold. And that's something that's been a huge hobby for me growing up for a long, long time now. PC building, and like, I've made a lot of great friends through it because I just like fraternity brothers and things in college. I'd help a lot of them build their computers if they were trying to do it. Just even helping them pick out parts, making sure that they don't screw it up when they're installing the parts and things like that, just so they can kind of get an idea of what they need to do, because it's hard to get into. One of my really good buddies back in high school actually helped me with figuring out how to build the computer originally, because I had no idea what I was doing. I was just some stupid high school kid that my parents told me they'd match me $1 for $1 if I built my own computer. Otherwise, I had to pay for a computer myself completely if I wanted to buy it. So I figured out how to build it, and I did that, and I got a much, much better computer. So yeah, so that was really cool how that all started out. And next topic, this one gonna be a long one. Do you have any pets? So currently right now, no. However, I am a huge dog person. My brother and I, we grew up dog sledding. So yeah, swimming, water polo, and dog sledding. That was my unique childhood adventures. And so we had 2 Malamutes and 2 Alaskan Huskies. And then my mom, she had her 2 dogs, which were Corgis. So we had 6 dogs in total, which was a really interesting dynamic when our neighbors would see us walking around. Can we jump up here? There'd be 4 Huskies slightly behind the 2 little Corgis, because one of our Huskies was probably half wolf. And one of the Alaskans, his name was Rodney, but he really did not like little creatures, and so for the longest time he wanted to eat both of our Corgis, and so that was always funny. Corgis had to stay inside whenever we were out doing stuff with the big dogs. Also, they were kind of... My mom, growing up, used to ride horses for the longest time, so at my childhood home, we had a big barn out back where she had horses the whole time. And so when I was really little, I would ride, but I wasn't a huge fan of it, so I kind of stopped. And after her last horse passed away, the barn was open, and then the dogs took over. And so it turned into a huge dog barn. All the horse stalls just became places for the dogs to some zombie going crazy on the other side of that wall. Yeah, so the barn just became a place for all the dogs to hang out, and we had all of our sleds and everything out there for going up in the winter. And during the summer, we had these basically off-road scooters, more or less, that you could use. They were basically like imagine like a Razor scooter, but you make it twice the size. You replace those little tires with mountain bike tires. Hello. So you get some. Ooh, what is up here? Let's see. Let's go up this way. But yeah, so you replace the scooter tires with mountain bike tires, so you can go off road. Then we replaced the deck with a skateboard deck, so it had more grip on it. And then you just tie up a bunch of dogs to the front of it and go flying around like crazy around the neighborhoods. We really couldn't stop the things. They were probably not the safest, and in today's world would probably not be allowed. But they're really fun. They're super fun. I think the fastest we were going on them at one point, we're going like 30 miles an hour with 3 or 4 dogs pulling us, flying around a nice little quiet neighborhood. It was real fun. But yeah, so that's kind of all I had. I'm gonna do a bit more mining right here, and then I'll meet you guys up top. That's kind of all I had as far as like the Q&A, what questions I had come up with. If there's anything else you guys want to know or random questions you have, feel free to ask, or if you guys want me to expand on anything, I'll do that in the next video. But do let me know with that. I would like to have you guys get to know me a bit more, because I think it makes this whole YouTube experience a lot more personable, and hopefully makes you guys want to stick around the channel, unless you think I'm some crazy dude now. But yeah, so let me know what you guys have to say with all that. I'm gonna do a bit more mining and see if we can't get some more diamonds, and I'll meet you guys all up top in just a few. Alright, so I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say about the Q&A. I'm really excited that we were able to do that today. I think it was I had fun doing it. I hope so. You guys help let me know what you think about that. So I went ahead and I worked with the red sandstone texture a little bit more, and I think this one works a little bit better now. Kind of taking more of the red out of it and turning it into more of a brown type texture. I was trying to go for like the sepia overlay to it, pretty much. That photo setting. I'm still not done with the mossy sandstone, so still thinking about that. But now that we have it mixed in here kind of like this, a lot more mixed in around the outside, I do like it a lot more. This build is still pretty flat. I left this backside flat here because I want to probably bring out and make this into like a little like 5 to 7 wide little strip right here, coming out to like going up this way. And I want to do like some market stalls and stuff kind of along this little street, because I think that could be pretty cool. Just kind of mixing it up, adding in those cool colors and everything like that. What I want to do right now is I want to build that house, but before we get to that, I ended up finishing up the sheep farm. Instead of just the 4 spots we have, we now have all 16. We don't have any of the colors yet. I'm still just kind of growing the sheep. They're all just kind of chilling up here. They can't get out this way, even though it looks like they can. I was able to save some fences, but it goes all the way down here. It's 16 long now, or there's 16 stalls. So that's pretty cool. I'm a big fan. We'll get these sheep moved around here in a little bit. Yeah, I stayed logged in a while ago just to make sure all the sheep kind of are making sure the grass all grows back, and it's all working. That's cool. I could never remember how grass works underground, so I just kind of went with it, and then we're good. So basically, as long as the light's at least 7, we're good. It'll grow back. So that's cool. But up here, I want to go ahead and start this next house up right over here, because then we can kind of come in and detail this area out. So what I'm thinking here is this whole area, I kind of want it to be more marshy, because the river's right here, and it's at the same level as the river, and everywhere else we're doing, we have that little like one up area where it kind of raises up, besides I guess that little strip right in there. But overall it kind of raises up, so I kind of want to create this area pretty like green and lush and stuff, kind of all down through here. I'm toying with the idea of creating like a raised pathway that goes kind of over to here to get it to go around. Don't know how we're going to do that yet, but if we did that completely like it floods, then this whole lower area in here would flood through these little ways and over the walls here, so I don't think it's going to be that needed for that. So I think we're gonna just kind of go with the regular path, kind of bringing it up there. But yeah, so what I want to do with this, guys, I planned it out in just regular sandstone. The floor and inside, I have no idea, but I do want to raise it up one, so it's one. Oh, what the heck? I do want to raise it up one so we kind of walk up and into it, just to add a little bit of variety. But this guy, we're actually going to do it mostly out of red sandstone as the base to it, just trying to mix it up if anything. This pick's almost like too fast, I swear. Sometimes I like try and break one block and it breaks the 5 behind it. So that's gonna be like this, and what was it over here? I'm pretty sure it came down here, might have been, no, it definitely came down here. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think that's right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it comes up into here, and then like that, and then we want to bring a little sticky outy bit right there, just kind of to make it a little, so it's not a total square. And we're good. So that's our shape right there, and I'm thinking for now I'm just gonna stack it up a few tall, and we can come back in and kind of mess with it a bit more. We don't have a whole lot of red sandstone anymore, so that's kind of a bummer. Something I'm kind of need to go back in and collect some more over in the mesa, but we'll get to that when we get there, when we run into that issue. The top of this, I think, is, I don't want to do it full red sandstone just because I feel like that's going to look so extreme compared to everything else. I like the idea that we had going with that building, but I think we can learn from that and do a better job, is my goal. Because on that one, it looks nice and everything. I think I only have 30 left, so yeah, we actually can't do that much more. But I want to be able to learn from that guy that we were doing there and build on top of it, like, and really try and work with a palette here instead of that just kind of dotting in the red sandstone. So I really want to learn from it. Yeah, so this is kind of the general shape. You guys can see it here. I'm going to do some more work on it and kind of get the full layout going. I'm going to pretty much just go ahead and stack. So this is where the floor would be, for example. Like the floor is going to be right there. And so I'm going to do a little bit of work on it, and I'll be back with you guys in just a little bit. So I have the basic shape of this guy built up now. He's looking pretty good. I haven't put the roof on yet, but you can see it's very, very blocky. But you guys see how we're trying to work with a palette here instead of just the straight sandstone or kind of that spammy feel that we have with that guy. This is really trying to work with a palette here. I'm thinking at the base we might actually need to bring it out and do like some little supporty type things, like a stair, or like a stair with a block on, like a block with a stair on it or something like that. Overall though, I really like it. I do want to come back in here and go and put in some buttons where that floor would be. Just trying to secure it up here. So we're going to do every other one kind of going on this level, which is where the floor is, and just kind of bring it out. And I'm constantly surprised by how much these little buttons here actually change how nice a build looks. Except for on this side, because it's been really awkward. We're just going to squeeze one in there, and we'll squeeze one back up in there. But you're going to see already that those little buttons actually add so much depth to the build. Right here, we're going to bring this out a little bit. Something like this. And then probably there, and we'll get rid of that button and place another one in. Get my button back. Thank you. That's perfect. But yeah, so that's kind of the general idea behind this house. Let me get this roof put on, and then it's going to look a lot better. Then we can starting to dress it up more or less. But I'm thinking we might extend it out somewhere and add a little bit of a porch or something to it, even if we just do something kind of sticking out here and hanging on the corner and just being really small. But I just feel like we need something different to break up the buildings. They're getting pretty repetitive already, which it's hard to do with the sandstone-y styles. So I'm going to go ahead and try and work on that and see what I can come up with. But I'll be back with you guys once I get something cool going on here. So it's been a little while since that last clip because my keyboard decided to stop clicking. I've been having some, I forgot the lily pads. 1 second, let me go get those real quick. But the keyboard I have right now is Razor Black Widow. Where am I? There they are. And I freaking love this keyboard, but I've had it for 2 years now, and it's starting to kind of poop out on me. Last week I noticed, there we go. Some of the keys kind of going off on it, and like right now when I hold the if I hold the D key down, you guys probably noticed a few times in the videos where I'll like just keep going to the side. I'll be like, wait, what's going on? If I tap the D key, sometimes it doesn't unclick. Oh, I thought that was a creeper right in front of me. I don't know what I was seeing. But so that's kind of been an issue recently, and now I decided that the L key right now just does not want to work. So I think it's time for a new keyboard. Bummer for me, good thing for you guys, because I'm gonna get the silent switches this time, so there's not all the clicking in the video. So that'll be pretty cool. But beyond that, we got this guy pretty much finished up. I kind of added this little marshy green strip, right? Not green strip, but like little patch right here, I guess. We got a little pond in here and a little pond, like kind of where when the river would be at a higher level, all of the water kind of filled up in there, more or less. So it kind of stops it from flowing all the way over here if it rose a little bit. Is kind of my thinking behind it. I haven't done it over there yet, but I just kind of want to show you guys what we got going on here. It's really cool. I like it. I think it works pretty well. Let's go ahead and pop that guy up. I think, yeah, let's do that. Looks good. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at right now with all this whole thingy. This episode is getting really, really long. I've done all the editing and whatnot for it so far, and it's a lot longer than usual. So I'm going to finish showing this off to you guys. We got all the windows and the trapdoors and whatnot in here for the coverings and things. This little outcropping right there, I'm not a huge fan of it. I think I'm going to change it, to be honest. It's pretty plain and boring. So we're probably going to change it up and do something different with it. Maybe have the sandstone actually coming out and just use the trapdoors as the border. But yeah, up here, you just kind of get to it from right here. It's a cool little spot up here, get some good views all over the place. But there's a bunny in my frickin' boat, man. What the hell? That's my boat. But yeah, so back to normal. There's some nice views up here. It'll be pretty cool, and we'll go from there. I'm thinking about changing the top of the tower. So a few people kind of mentioned that it probably makes more sense as a flat top, and when I've been coming from like all over the place and looking back, it looks a little like stubby at the top because of how tall the roof is compared to that section. So I might change that up in between episodes if I get some time. But yeah, so we're gonna call it here for today, guys. I do hope you have enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think about this episode in the comments below. It's a little bit different than what we've done before with the whole Q&A thing. And we got a new building put up in here using the red sandstone, and we got this little strip. There's a nice little view of it from up here. Once all that wheat gets grown up, it's gonna look so cool. But yeah, guys, please hit that like and subscribe button down below. And as always, I'll see you all in the next episode.